Hello watchers, and welcome back. This video is going to be told from the perspective of the Dilophosaurus from the first Jurassic Park movie. It includes one of the theories we had of the Dilophosaurus and the NEDRY scene, as well as theories as to what might have happened before then. Enjoy. The daytime is quiet. It's always quiet. I love relaxing underneath the canopy and feeling the breeze hit my face. My sisters are out hunting. They never let me come along. I love being around my older sister, but lately she's only wanted to impress the other Dilos. She claims I'm too curious about everything, and I don't understand why that's a bad thing. So she asked me to stay out of the way. That's exactly what I'm doing today. I am rudely awakened to a crashing noise from the sky. Oh no, here comes the sky water. I hate being wet. It makes it hard to see, but at the same time, it makes everything smell more interesting. Oh yeah, and my frills stick to my neck. I get up because I haven't seen my sister nor the rest of the pack in a while. They're not too far away. I can actually hear them, so I go to meet them. But before I reach the noise, I see my sister feeding on something by the lines. After cocking my head to the side, I want to see if I can grab it from her. However, she hears me coming and hisses at me, her frills out in a bold display of aggression. I nervously back away, but I hiss in return. Even though she's aggressive, I can tell she's happy to see me. Looking around, I don't see the other Dilos. She hints to me that they went off to hunt some more. She probably didn't want to be around them any longer. I can tell that her patience has worn thin the older she gets. Even though I'm younger than she is, the rest of our pack is even younger than we both are, and younger Dilos make her tired. My older sister is a little larger than me, and she's definitely more powerful. I try to grab at what she's eating again, and she promptly butts me with her crested head. I growl, and this time it becomes a game between the both of us. She cautions me to stop because we're dangerously close to the barrier. Every time we touch these lines, they shock us, and so we try to stay as far away from them as possible. Now I understand why my sister's here. She knows that we generally avoid this area because, well, if the plants are wet and the lines happen to touch them and then we touch the plants, we get a nice kick as well. Not exactly sure how that works, but it is very scary. It's a good idea that she came up with, and I only thought to come here because I heard her. Our pack is farther away, and now the sky water is pouring down heavily. No matter, more for me. At least if I can get this away from her. We play tug of war with the piece of meat as we start tumbling around on the ground with each other. She lets out a warning trill, and I do so in kind. This is so much fun. I can tell my big sister is getting agitated, and I love annoying her. It means that she's ready to give up. Suddenly, she violently jumps back with me holding onto the meat still, which sends us both tumbling back towards the lines. We both struggle to get up, and when we suddenly realize where we are, my sister and I freeze. She looks at me as if to say, "Don't you realize that we didn't get hurt? We've been touching the line all this time?" Timidly, I touch it again with my nose, and she's correct. There's no shock, no pain. I stick my full head through two of the lines, half expecting them to suddenly come on and bite me, but they don't. I look at her, and she looks at me. My sister lets out a trill, but I shut her up quickly, letting her know that if we get out, we can find much more food and then bring it back to the pack after having our fill, of course. Loving the idea, she follows along. It feels so weird being out of our home. For most of our life, we've been within these lines, and now we're able to be free. I can hear a loud roaring noise in the distance. A bigger, more imposing creature is wreaking havoc. I don't know how I know, but I come to the conclusion that it has just made a kill. However, it's something I want to stay very far away from. My sisters and I always joke about it being a scary myth. It's some sort of god because the same noise it makes sometimes sounds like the same noise the sky makes. Maybe that creature is able to fly into the sky and that's why we hear it. Maybe it causes the rain. Maybe it causes the rain so it can hunt. We take note of where that sound is coming from and make sure we go in the complete opposite direction. It feels so good for it to just be my sister and me. We're walking around for a while, just exploring what we've never been able to, until we hear a noise. It sounds familiar. We both jump off the trail and back into the bushes. Right there and then, a very loud and fast, brightly colored metallic thing rolls on by us quickly. We hear a loud crash, and then it stops. It continues making a whining noise, but it's no longer moving away from us. My sister looks at me and lets me know that it's stuck. I tell her that I want to investigate, but she thinks it's a good idea to stay away. No, I tell her. What is the point of being free if we can't observe the land around us? How will we know if it's food, or if we're stronger than it, or whether or not we're supposed to avoid it if we don't investigate? She's annoyed at me for having to question everything, and she wishes that I would just leave things well enough alone. But that's not how I am. Look, if you're very afraid, I will go first and investigate, and you can hang back and cover me, I say. My sister scoffs at this. Something tells me that if I get into trouble, she's booking it out of there. It doesn't matter. Whether she was here with me or not, I would still want to see what's going on. Don't worry, big sister. Nothing's going to happen, I assure her with my tail. As we arrive at the waterfall edge where we can see it, the metallic box is quiet now, but there's something else moving at the bottom of the waterfall. Holy spitshine, it's a very bright yellow, gigantic flower cloud. Really odd. My sister sees it and is instantly terrified. I nuzzle her and make my way down in the bushes, attempting to keep hidden. I make a trilling noise, trying to distract it, or get it to turn around so I can get a good look at it, while also getting closer to it while it's looking in the direction I just made the noise. It responds. Aha, so it can hear, and it seems to understand. I see my sister up on the top of the waterfall enter the metallic box. I can tell that she's in there partly because she wants to be curious, but also because she wants to get a good look at that yellow thing too, but without the big yellow flower cloud seeing her. She seems intrigued with the metallic box. She's seen them before, but she's never been inside one, and I feel a little bit jealous. But I also feel an overwhelming curiosity for the big yellow thing to my right. I stare at the big yellow lumpy thing from the bushes. It's not a flower. It seems to be a different species of the more common straight-leggers. The straight-leggers are very weird creatures. They smell strange, act like predators, but don't have sharp teeth. Their forearms are like tails with teeth on the end of them, or tongues that they use to grab and hold things. They're easy to kill, but also very dangerous. But this one in front of me looks different. It's significantly larger than its brothers and much brighter in color as well. Straight-leggers have been known to change their color under varying circumstances, but I've never seen one this bright and shiny. Maybe it's pretending to be a straight-legger to look dangerous? The only way for me to find out is to get closer to it. As scary as this is, I'm more intrigued. My sisters all think I'm weird because I seem to be enamored with things that they would normally be afraid of. I believe that we have to question things. Besides, how could they not be interested in something that looks so ugly, ridiculous, and dangerous at the same time? What's it doing to that tree? It seems to be wrapping a line around it. The line looks eerily similar to the one that used to shock us. The bright yellow thing is touching it, but he's not getting hurt. Let me try. I go up to the tree, out of his sight, and I quickly poke the line with my nose. I'm on the other side of the tree, so the yellow thing can't see me. Good thing there's no shock. Okay, now I can safely investigate. I want to see if it reacts aggressively. I can feel my sister's eyes on me from inside the metallic box. She is terrified to move. I go around one side of the tree and make a loud noise to see how it reacts.
Whoa.
Here, silly, silly, silly. It quickly turns to me and I quickly go to the other side and do the same thing. It does the same action. Well, it definitely can hear well, but doesn't seem to be very dangerous. I try talking to it. Can you understand me? I hear it mutter something, and then it just walks away as if it's completely forgotten my presence. Very bright, is it? And that's a pun intended, since its color is very bright. At least it doesn't seem very dangerous. At least, I don't think so. But apparently, its bright color must mean something. My sisters and I actually learned this the hard way. We used to see little hoppers in our nest. We would always try to catch them and eat them, but for some reason, the really bright ones made us sick. I told my sisters that there seems to have been some correlation between bright colors and poison. This thing is very bright. The yellow color is very pretty, but it's obviously a warning to not mess with it. While these thoughts are going through my head, I realize something to my horror. Oh no, It's heading back up the waterfall. My sister is still in that box. Oh no. Without much thought, I jump from behind the tree and expose myself. I'm making noise to get the thing's attention, and it turns around. That's right. Keep your eyes on me. Big sister, get out of the box. Keep your eyes on me, you idiot. I can see it more closely. It definitely is a species of straight-legger, but a much larger kind. Maybe a poisonous species. Maybe it's bigger because it's full of poison, I don't know. Its eyes are big and it bares its teeth. Why won't my sister get out of the box? She's frozen in fear, afraid to move. Fantastic. I have to keep this thing distracted. Suddenly, it raises up a stick from off the ground. What is it doing? It then throws it behind me. The hell? Okay, I'm so confused right now. Maybe this is the way it communicates, but I can't understand what it's trying to say. I honestly don't care, and right now I don't want it anywhere close to my sister. It turns around and starts back up the hill again. No, she's still in there. I'm scared for my sister. Sure, this thing might not be aggressive, but if it sees her inside of its metallic box, I don't know what it's going to do, and it is much larger than she is. I watch in slow motion as it heads towards the base of the waterfall, hoping that my sister will get out. But she never does. Without thinking, I charge towards the big yellow thing before it can get up the hill. This time, I'm right up on it. I look at its eyes and give it a warning glare. Leave now, or I will hurt you. If I can get it to run away or just go somewhere else, I can help my sister get out, and then we can leave. I would do anything for my sister. I would die for her. I'm not even afraid. It stares back at me, eyes wide with challenge. Okay, maybe I'm a little terrified, but I'm definitely not going to go down without a fight, and I am prepared to die to protect my sister. I realize that it's not going to leave. I can hear its breathing quicken, like it's about to attack. Mustering all the bravery I can, I breathe deep, and I release my frills from their hold, trying to make myself look bigger. It was kind of hard to do because the water caused them to stick to my neck, but I did it. Surprisingly, this does not scare the yellow thing. Since it didn't get the first warning, I gave it a second. I spit my venom at it, close enough to its face so it could get the idea. My shock and horror, it just sits there playing in it. It's playing with my venom. What in the hell is this thing? To make things worse, he completely ignores my warning and makes a beeline for the metallic box. It's as if it knows my sister's in there and it's about to attack. I pissed it off. I sit there in shock as I watch it climb the hill quicker than I expected it to move. I can feel my sister's tension as it's right at the opening of the metallic box. I'm about to charge up there when it turns around to look at me as if taunting me. That's my chance. No more warnings. I spit my venom dead shot in its eyes. It makes a furious roaring noise which scares my tail right off my ass. At first, I think it's going to attack me, but then it turns for the metallic box and tries to charge at it. Even though it's blind, apparently it's still trying to get at my sister, but the stupid thing ends up knocking itself out cold when it charges for the metallic box blindly. Big sister, now is your chance. You need to go. She's about to make her move to get out of the box when I see it get back up. My sister quickly recoils from the entrance of the metallic box, terrified. Quickly, the big yellow thing gets inside the metal box and closes it. I sit there in horror, not knowing what to do. But I can hear my sister. She starts shaking her frills in fear. I know she must be scared, but my sister decides that she's not going to go down without a fight. She decides to attack it before it does her, and I can hear them both screaming inside the metallic box. My sister, as she tears into the beast, screams in fear until everything goes quiet. I'm right by the box and I can hear her breathing heavily. I ask her if she's okay and she seems to be in shock. The big yellow thing is dead. I'm so proud of her, but now she's trapped in here. Maybe that's what it was trying to do. I circle the object, seeing if there is a way in, but there is none. Little sister, get help, I hear her say. Without hesitation, I run off into the forest to find the rest of our sisters. I'm running so fast, I don't even realize I run right past them until they call out to me. They ask me where our sister is, and I let them know something dangerous has come. I run in the other direction, and they follow me back towards the colorful metallic box. By the time all of this happened, apparently other straight-leggers had caught up. They probably heard this thing screaming. We wait in the bushes seeing what was going to happen. The straight-leggers are circling the metallic box and looking inside. They probably want to eat my sister, or maybe they want to eat the yellow thing. The rest of my siblings and I freeze. Suddenly, they open up the metallic box, and this time, my sister doesn't hesitate to make a break for it. We meet up with her, and it takes us a while to convince her that she's not being chased. She looks worse for wear, as if that was the worst experience she's ever had. Unfortunately for us, that wouldn't be the last horrible experience. Many moments after that ordeal, we encounter something that changes our lives forever. 3 larger carnivores with long tails and piercing eyes exterminate most of my family, including my older sister. I'm running for my life now, and one of my other sisters is running in the other direction, with 2 of those creatures hot on her tail. Right now, I wish we never went past those lines. And a sick part of me thinks that the lines had actually been put there to protect us. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that Dilophosaurus point of view. Let us know what you thought about it, and also leave suggestions for other theory point of views you'd like told from the dinosaurs' perspectives or characters' perspectives in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Alteori. You ask, we answer.